Try that again. Good morning from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today's July 23rd, 2023, and I'm going to take a ride on the Duquesne Incline. So you're invited to join along as I take a ride today on the incline to the top of Mount Washington for a view of the city of Pittsburgh. We got the city over here. PNC Park, where the Pittsburgh Pirates play. Ackershire Stadium, where the Pittsburgh Steelers play. Carnegie Science Center. It's been quite a few years since I've been on the incline. I'm guessing probably somewhere between 5 to 7 years. Nice warm summer day, just after 10 a.m. and it's 80 degrees out already. And we made it to the top. Thank you. The Duquesne Incline opened May 20th, 1877. Has operated since 1963 by the Society for the Preservation of the Duquesne Heights Incline. This is a historic landmark, and since 1877. Welcome to the top of Mount Washington, with a great overlook of the city of Pittsburgh. Just around the corner here, we'll have an overlook of the city. Considering how old the incline is, I tell you, it's a pretty smooth ride. Nice ride to the top of Mount Washington. We'll come around the corner here and we'll get a nice view of the city, downtown Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's known for the city of bridges. You can see all the bridges.
They're actually moving very, very fast. Yeah, and he's pushing. He only has.
So again, we're at the top of Mount Washington, and this is the Emerald View Park. So here's a little history of the incline. So before the Duquesne Incline opened in 1877, workers in the factories and mills in the flats along the south bank of the Monongahela River had to commute from Mount Washington by way of the Indian Steps. The incline was built to provide a more comfortable alternative to the strenuous route of switchbacks that followed the path of an old Native American trail up the steep hillside. It served this purpose for 85 years until financial troubles forced the incline to close in 1962. Fortunately, Mount Washington residents rallied to raise the money to reopen the incline, and it still operates to this day under the stewardship of the non-profit Society of the Preservation of the Duquesne Heights Incline. So the incline is 800 feet long, elevation of 400 feet, a 30-degree grade. It travels at 6 miles per hour, and passenger capacity is 18 per car. May 20th, 1877, the incline opened. 1888, rebuilt with an all-steel structure. 1900, new lower station was built. 1932, electrical equipment was replaced the steam engines. 1962, the incline closed. In 1963, it was reopened, again by the Society of the Preservation of the Duquesne Heights Incline. So the incline is actually referred to as a funicular. It's a type of self-contained cable railway used for transportation up and down steep terrain. 2 cars are attached by way of cable to one rotating drum. As one car descends, its weight counterbalances that of the other car, which is simultaneously ascending, thus minimizing the amount of energy required to operate the incline. I won't read all this, but here's a little bit info about the incline being saved by the neighborhood. Yeah, you can't beat the view from up here at Mount Washington and this overlook of the entire city. Unfortunately, it's a little hazy out today. I was hoping for a clearer day when I was going to come down and do this, but still a beautiful day out. Let's come down and take a look at the hoisting mechanism. I don't think I've ever come down here before that I can recall. So these are called bull wheels. They are 6 feet 6 inches in diameter. That's what turns the safety cable. See the cable running through here. All kinds of artifacts over here on the shelves. That was one giant wheel. Guess they refer to it as a cable hoist drum. That is 12 feet 3 inches diameter, installed in 1877. The main axle is 10 inches in diameter. That thing is huge. So we're going to get a chance to actually see it in operation. See the cable running through. Let's come back over to the other side. Cables running underneath that wheel. Very cool. Yeah, I don't recall ever coming down here and looking at this. This is pretty neat that they make this accessible to view how it actually operates. So there's different bell codes before the incline actually starts operating. Wasn't sure what those really refer to, but they've got a nice little description on the wall here, so let's take a look at it. So 1 bell, upper station is ready to begin a trip. 2 bells, the lower station is ready to begin a trip. 3 bells, the conductor is going to start to move the cars. Might be wondering how fast does the incline go? Total travel from bottom to top is 800 feet in 80 seconds, or 600 feet per minute, or 6 miles per hour. So the original cars, they were wooden cars. They were used from 1877 to the early 1900s. And then the current cars that I just rode up on were made in Philadelphia in the early 1900s. So kind of crazy to think that just took a ride in an incline car. It dates back to the early 1900s. And here's a nice diagram of the whole operating system. So just a short walk down from the incline. There's a monument down here that I want to check out. But I'll show you this building here. There's a Monterey Bay Fish Grotto. I would assume that's the name of the restaurant up at the top. Don't mark my word on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just taking an educated guess at that. So that's what's up on top of that building, is a restaurant. Down here we can see the monument. So I graduated high school back in 1988. When I went to prom that year, this is where I actually took my prom date to dinner before the prom. It was a restaurant called Christopher's, and it's all glass around that. And with how high that is, you have I mean, you can't see it because these trees are blocking the city over there, but you have a really great view of the city from up top that building at that restaurant. So yes, it's been that long since I've been up there, 1988. So the name of the monument over here, and I'll go over there in just a moment, is called Points of View. It's a James A. West bronze made back in 2006. It depicts a meeting in October 1770 between George Washington and Seneca leader Gayasuta. They first met in 1753 when Gayasuta guided Washington up the Allegheny River to deliver a message to the French at Fort Le Boeuf, requesting that they leave the region. A lot of history here with George Washington in the city of Pittsburgh. And that's the bronze. I don't think I'm going to go all the way down this trail. What do we have here? 470 feet long, 4 feet wide, 19% grade, average grade of 10%. So it's been quite a few years, but I actually went running on this trail. It's not a very long trail, but it was pretty neat to go running on it. I can't remember where I parked. I believe it was on the other side of the hill here. And the trail, you actually get to run down through the woods here, all along the mountainside. So I did that in the fall time, so probably would have been a lot nicer run during the summer. Dundee, Ohio, 1803. Lewis and Clark expedition begins. Left Pittsburgh this day at 11 o'clock with a party of 11. So again, a lot of history here in the city of Pittsburgh. And you really get a great view of everything from here in Mount Washington. This building, hopefully it's in my GoPro here, right above my index finger. That's the Allegheny General Hospital. That's where I was born back in 1970. Again, that's that restaurant. You can see the other side had windows all on the other side. You see them on the front and on this side as well. So you get a really great view of the city from up there. Hard to believe, it goes all the way back to 1988 when I had that dinner up there. A lot of years ago. So we're back at the incline. Just want to share this. A lot of people probably aren't aware of the great flood that happened here in Pittsburgh. Big flood, 1936. So you can see a view of Pittsburgh, Golden Triangle from Mount Washington. And this is during the flood of 1936. This is when the flood waters recede. This gives you a better perspective of how bad that flood was downtown. Then let's see what it says here. Monday, March 16th. This is 1936. Waters rose to 21.7 feet. 2 days later. The water's risen to 46 feet. A lot of people lost their lives during that great flood. Doesn't mention how many. It does mention that near 3,000 people had been injured and over 100,000 had lost their homes. And back in 1845, there was a great fire here also in the city. And this will give you a perspective of the city over time. So this is Fort Pitt out here. In the video where you see the fountain at the triangle, that's where Fort Pitt was located. So that's period 1763. This is what Pittsburgh would have looked like back in 1816. 1873, and then present day Pittsburgh. So what a pretty dramatic change over the years.
This is not picking her nose in that. Look at that boat. Think about break.
I know. Yeah, literally.
Instead of letting oil on it, look at this right now.
Full effect. Won't show up until after a couple of generations. To be honest with you, I don't know how far down it is. How that incline, how many?
Down below there's a lot of stuff on the level.
That's why it's new stores. Yeah, there's smoke. Cigarette down. That ain't working out.
They run like a 12-point.
Yeah, you remember you restored that race car? Yeah, but why would you do it? It's crazy. 40 years or something. Like, I guess it's just out, but if you got like... Is it one of the first around the world 30 cars? Yeah. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I don't think I saw it.
It's like a bike like this. Model 8. There's 1,000 pounds.
You're down to that big car, the home
Well, it's the barn.
Well, it definitely came at a good time. You see the line there now. I've been a lot of years since I've been down here where it was super busy, where the line would actually come down these steps. It's a pretty neat ride on the incline, other known as a funicular. That's the walkway goes up across the street over to where you get to ride the incline. And that's where we were just at, up top of Mount Washington. And there's the restaurant I was talking about on top of the building. And there's the city of Pittsburgh again. I definitely took my ride at the right time, because here's a tour bus that just stopped to drop a busload of folks off for a ride on the incline. So thank you very much for joining me on this adventure of riding the Duquesne Incline. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. if you would be kind enough to hit that like button. That way we can get the video to more viewers on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. I'm not sure how often I'll be doing videos, but if you have that notification bell hit, then you'll be notified when I do upload additional videos. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd greatly appreciate you considering subscribing to my channel. Again, I'm not sure how often I'll upload videos, but I definitely appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.